Alright, welcome to Jobfair Worldwide. My name is Mr. Snow, and today I'll be conducting the video portion of your assessment. This video will be viewed by millions of our members as well as our employees throughout our network and interface. At this moment I will ask, do I have your permission to proceed with this assessment?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay. Now today I'm going to ask you a few simple questions, things that you should already know. All I need you to do is look straight into the camera and make your responses so that we can record it correctly, okay? We'll start simply with your name, age, and nationality.
Well, my name is Saul, Guyanese, of course, born in 1983, June, the 19th day of June.
Okay. How old are you?
32.
32, okay.
Sorry.
That's what I was looking for. Not necessarily your date of birth, but your name, age, and nationality. Right. How did you become interested in Jobfair?
Well, I'm a reader of newspaper. I love to read newspaper, especially sports edition. And at the same time, I came across your ad in the newspaper, and I found it to be very encouraging and very alerting, and interesting, because I did apply something similar to this international wise, but still waiting for a recall.
And we were able to contact you.
Exactly.
Okay.
You were able to contact me in time.
All right. So far, how do you find the program?
I'm kind of shocked, very, very shocked, because for the first time, whether locally or internationally, I found a program where you're getting so much for such a little cost, and you're seeing the big picture, and that it's not only about me getting a benefit from the program, but it's the wider community, your families, and those less fortunate will feel the benefit.
Okay, the network.
Network, of course.
Okay. Prior to coming into our office, you were asked whether or not you had basic computer experience. Your response to that question was yes. Is that affirmative?
Absolutely true.
Okay, great. Can you please indicate to us which programs you use and the purposes which you currently use them for?
Well, I'm as a teacher, an assistant teacher that work among young people, and also in various other aspects, youth groups, community work, and so on. Computer programs such as Word, Microsoft Word, Office Word, Excel, and of course PowerPoint, because people tend to respond more to pictorial presentation than what you say. So these things become paramount importance in my everyday life.
Okay. Do you have a good command of the English language?
I may say so.
Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, how would you rate your reading level?
I would say between 7.5 to 8.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a paragraph to read. I need you to read this paragraph out loud as it's written. Keep in mind that there are some mistakes intentionally put into this paragraph.
Sure.
Right? So as you're reading it, if you can point out those mistakes, that would be great. If you can't point out, just keep reading it until you're finished.
Sure.
All right.
As mentioned in the opening article, Gregory suffered from an anxiety disorder. My excessive worrying was out of proportion and out of control. He says, how did Gregory regain control? To get perspective, he says, I accepted the kind help of my wife and friends. I also sought professional assistance and learned more about my condition. After making some lifestyle changes, I began to feel that I was in control of my condition. Not that if I was in control of me. Although I still experience both anxieties, I now have a better sense of what triggers them and now how to manage my disorder.
Okay. Did you find any of the mistakes?
I think so.
Okay. I'll just read it back for you
Sure.
really fast, and then I'll point out the areas. There's only 2 mistakes here, and they were intentionally put. No,
Sorry.
that's correct. I'll read it for you. As mentioned in the opening article, Gregory suffers from an anxiety disorder. My excessive worrying was out of proportion and out of control, he says. Now, you see where it says he says? You see the little punctuation mark at the top there? It's supposed to be facing the other way to close it. That's one mistake. Right? How did Gregory regain control? To get perspective, he says, I accepted the kind help of my wife and friends. I also sought professional assistance and learned more about my condition. After making some lifestyle changes, I began to feel that I was in control of my condition, and not that if. That's what a mistake there. It's supposed to be not that it was in control of me. That was the second and final mistake in the whole paragraph. Next, although I still experience bouts of anxiety, I now have a better sense of what triggers them, and I know how to manage my disorder. Right?
Very subtle.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
No, the reason why we check that is because there's a job called proofreading and editing, where companies, magazine companies, newspaper companies, they send you body of information, and it's our job to find the grammatical errors before they print it. And it's simple little things like that that you have to check for. So that's why I was testing to see if you could do proofreading and editing, because if you're good at it, it's a fairly easy job to do.
Yes.
Right? And it pays a lot. All right.
Sure.
Next, we're going to be touching base on some math.
Okay.
Just general mathematical understanding. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, how would you rate your basic math?
In general, no one loves maths, but I would give myself a 5.
Okay. Now you're going to be asked a series of second grade level math questions and given 5 seconds to answer each question. Second grade level indicates that children of the age of 7 years old actively answer these questions. Okay? This is basic addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Okay? Second grade math. Alright, tell me when you're ready to start. By the way, I'm only allowed to state the question one time. So it's imperative that you're paying keen attention. Okay? This is part of an attention test and a few other things, right? Okay, are you ready to start?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, 120 plus 120.
240.
1,000 plus 8,220.
9,220.
450 plus 5,000.
5,450.
10,000 minus 5,500.
4,500.
40,000 minus 23,000.
70,000.
100,000 minus 0.
100,000.
12 multiplied by 12.
144.
9 times 7.
56.
13 times 5. Skill. 1,000 times 0.
1,000. 0, sorry.
Good save. 50 divided by 10.
5.
100 divided by 25.
4.
100 divided by 20.
5.
250 divided by 5.
4.
Okay. That concludes the math portion of the assessment. Okay. Are you currently employed anywhere?
No.
Were you previously employed?
Yes.
Where? State where, your position, and your duties.
I was once an assistant instructor at a second chance school in Grenada, a technical school, where they teach math and English for 2 or 3 months. These are for those who fell to school and seeking a second chance, and also for those who may have kids at an early age in their adolescence, and also for those who came from prison instead of facing.
So like a second chance school.
Second chance school, right?
Okay.
I was there as an instructor, ADP, Adolescent Development Program, ADP, where they learn holistic development, math, English, public speaking, counseling.
They learn the basics.
Basics, right?
Bring them up to integrate them back into society.
Yeah, change the attitude of the person.
Okay, why did you leave?
Well, for 7 years or so I've been there, and most of which I miss activities that happen with my family, deaths, marriage, birthdays, weddings, and so on. So I just decided to spend some more time with my parents, my family here, hence the reason why I just give it a go.
Okay. Were you ever fired from a job?
No.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Okay, 2 final questions. 1, what do you want to do with your life financially, like career-wise?
Well, first of all, I don't see myself just making all the money. If it's possible, I know it is possible. I'm just buying a lot of material stuff to make myself happy. But what I find is that being a person that I am, grew up, is to make those around me, especially those who are on the margin, those who are less fortunate, to make it in life. Because I, as a young person, have been gifted and blessed to have blessed persons in my life for me, education, making life positive life choices and so on. So I would use what majority of what I have, what I make, to make those around live a better life, better lifestyle.
Okay, excellent. And finally, why should someone hire you?
Well, first of all, I'm an honest person, a very hard-working person. Don't like to sit down, period. I don't believe in mediocrity. I believe that reaching the very highest that you can go in your ability, that God given you ability, is a plus. And you must transform that not only for your personal life, but also to the business that you're working to.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. That concludes this portion of the assessment.